April 8, 1989. Guadalajara, Mexico. Federal police surround a luxury home. Inside sits Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, El Padrino, the Godfather, smoking a cigarette, waiting. The door crashes open. Comandante Calderoni leads the raid. No shots fired. No resistance. "You're under arrest." Felix tries to bribe him, offers millions. Cash, houses, protection. Calderoni refuses. "You're of no use to Mexico City anymore." The man who built the first Mexican drug cartel, who trained El Chapo, who controlled 80% of cocaine entering the United States, arrested in his living room. But his arrest didn't end the cartels. It created them all. Before Felix Gallardo, one unified organization. After Felix Gallardo, different cartels, all born from his empire's collapse. Drop a comment. Where are you watching from? For 10 years, Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo did something no Mexican criminal had ever done. He unified rival traffickers, created the first drug cartel, controlled 80% of cocaine entering the United States, made billions, corrupted Mexico's elite. How did a Mexican federal police officer become the first cartel kingpin? And what murder brought his entire empire crashing down? 3 things made him unstoppable. 1. He was Mexican federal police, had government protection, access to intelligence, official credentials to move freely. 2. He thought like a businessman, not a criminal. Created territories, established rules, built distribution networks like a corporation. 3. He connected Colombian cocaine producers with Mexican smuggling routes, the bridge nobody else built. This is how a cop became a kingpin, and the one murder that destroyed everything. Miguel Ángel Félix Gallardo, Mexican Federal Police. Bodyguard for Sinaloa Governor Leopoldo Sánchez Quelis. Access to power. Protection from prosecution. Late 1970s. He approaches rival traffickers. Rafael Caro Quintero, Ernesto Fonseca Carrillo, others competing for marijuana trade. His pitch: stop fighting, work together, divide territories, make more money. He calls it the Guadalajara Cartel. Each member controls specific territory, no internal competition, shared smuggling routes, pooled bribes, unified response to law enforcement. It's organized crime. Actually, organized. Early 1980s. Colombian cartels, Medellin and Cali, producing massive cocaine. Pablo Escobar, the Ochoa brothers, tons monthly. Problem: getting it to United States. Florida route compromised by DEA and Coast Guard. Felix approaches them, offers alternative: ship cocaine to Mexico. His organization smuggles it across border. Land routes, harder to detect. The Colombians agree. 50-50 split initially. Then Felix negotiates better terms. By mid-1980s, Guadalajara Cartel controls 80% of cocaine entering United States. Felix becomes extraordinarily wealthy. Ranches, businesses, political connections at highest levels. Mexico's defense minister on his payroll. He's not hiding. Living openly in Guadalajara. Throwing parties. Politicians attend. Governors. Military officers. But there's someone watching. Someone the corruption can't touch. DEA assigns Special Agent Enrique Kiki Camarena to Guadalajara office. Camarena is Mexican-American, born California, U.S. Marine. DEA agent, transferred to Mexico to fight cartels. He's frustrated, sees corruption everywhere, Mexican officials protecting traffickers, his own DEA superiors refusing to target Guadalajara Cartel. So Camarena investigates independently. He discovers Rancho Buffalo, 2,500-acre marijuana plantation in Chihuahua, protected by Mexican intelligence agents, owned by Rafael Caro Quintero. Camarena coordinates with Mexican military. November 1984 raid, 5,000 tons of marijuana destroyed, worth $8 billion. Biggest drug bust in Mexican history. The Guadalajara Cartel loses massive revenue. Felix is furious, but he doesn't want to retaliate. Nose-killing DEA agent brings U.S. government pressure Mexico can't ignore. Rafael Caro Quintero disagrees, wants revenge, gets approval from corrupt officials. February 7, 1985, Jalisco police, on cartel payroll, kidnap Camarena and his pilot, Alfredo Zavala Avilar, outside U.S. consulate. 30 hours later, Camarena is dead, tortured for information. His body dumped in shallow grave. Found March 5th. What Felix didn't know, this murder would end everything he'd built. The DEA launches Operation Leyenda, largest homicide investigation DEA ever conducted. U.S. closes Mexican border, forces Mexican government to act. President Miguel de la Madrid under pressure. Rafael Caro Quintero arrested April 1985. Ernesto Fonseca arrested. Multiple officials terminated. Police chiefs, intelligence directors, but Felix Gallardo, protected. Political connections keep him safe. For 4 years. Chapter 3. The Climax. 1985 to 1989. Felix continues operating, but pressure increasing. U.S. won't stop investigating Camarena murder, evidence connecting Felix to the kidnapping, to the interrogation, to protecting those responsible. His political allies start distancing. Too much heat. DEA won't let this go. April 8, 1989. Comandante Calderoni receives orders. Arrest Felix Gallardo. Federal police raid his Guadalajara home. Felix's family present. His daughter, his son. Police burst in, beat him. 4 broken ribs. Plastic bag over his head to suffocate him. He's dragged out, arrested, charged with ordering kidnapping and murder of Kiki Camarena, racketeering, drug smuggling, multiple violent crimes, bribery, weapons stockpiling. Maximum sentence, 40 years. His arrest exposes massive corruption. Within days, multiple police commanders arrested. 90 officers desert. Government officials implicated. The Guadalajara Cartel collapses instantly. Without Felix's leadership, the Federation fractures. Each lieutenant takes their territory, forms independent organization. The unified organization splits into rival cartels, all competing, all violent. Felix created the system. His arrest destroyed it, and birthed the Mexican drug war. Felix Gallardo, sentenced to 77 years total, sent to Altiplano's maximum security prison. The unified organization splits into rival cartels, all competing, all violent, all using structures Felix created. Mexican Drug War, 2006 to present. 350,000 dead. 100,000 disappeared. Entire regions controlled by cartels. All trace back to the Godfather's arrest. September 2022. Mexican President López Obrador grants house arrest. Health grounds. Felix is 76. Wheelchair-bound. Blind in one eye. Deaf. Half paralyzed. After 33 years, the Godfather goes home. But the cartels he created? Still operating. Still fighting. Still killing. CJNG, Jalisco New Generation Cartel, now rivals Sinaloa. Both trace roots to Guadalajara organization. The man who unified drug trafficking created the chaos that replaced it. Every cartel war today traces back to his arrest. Kiki Camarena's murder was supposed to protect the empire. Instead, it destroyed everything. 2024. Somewhere in Mexico, a 76-year-old man sits under house arrest. Blind, deaf, paralyzed. Every cartel operating today, Sinaloa, CJNG, Tijuana, exists because of him. Félix Gallardo wanted to organize Mexican drug trafficking. He succeeded. But his legacy isn't order. It's the war that never ends. The Godfather who unified them all created the violence tearing Mexico apart.